Hey guys, oops, my bad. First of all, thank you guys so much for joining me today, doing this live video. I have been sick, and I'm gonna blame the cold medicine that I forgot exactly what time I was coming on to do the live today. So, really very sorry for those of you who are here live. If you're not here live and catching this on the replay, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification icon. That'll let you know every time I go live, when I go live on time or late, like today. Again, guys, I do apologize so much. In my head, I had 6 o'clock going. I don't know why I had 6 o'clock Central Time going, but that's apparently what I had set it as. Let's see who all is here. We have Christy. We have Kim is here. Madonna is here. I saw Mark, and let's see, Renee is here. Kim says that I look good with the beard. Thank you very much. It's a little frazzled. It's getting a little long. I haven't had a chance since I've been sick. I haven't really had a chance to trim it up. So, yeah, it's getting there, but I'm actually going to be trimming it back soon because I don't like it this long. But thank you. Appreciate it. Christy says it's contagious. Sorry, Ian. You must have been catching my late bug. It's all good. No worries. No worries. Yeah, I don't know why in the world my brain was thinking 6 o'clock. I guess I don't know. I don't know what it is, but anyways. But we are all here today because we have this awesome thing to unbox today. Let me tell you a little story. This is not something that I probably should have ordered. I did pay for this myself. I ordered it all with my own money. Cricut did not ship this to me. I do believe strongly in the Cricut brand, so obviously it's okay that I bought it, but probably should not have spent that much money on it. But I couldn't help it. It's the blue one, and it's so pretty. So I ended up having to buy it. So, hey Diana, thank you for joining today. Thank you, Ines. I am feeling better. I am feeling much better. So thank you for asking about that. I am feeling better. I'm starting to get better, but yeah, still got a little ways to go for sure. But anyways, so I did buy this. Cricut did not send this to me as much as I would love for them to have done so. I spent my own money, spent way too much money doing this myself. I am going to sell the old one that you see over here. This is the champagne one. I meant to uncover this before we got started today, so there you go. That is the champagne one, and I am going to be selling it to hopefully recoup a little bit of my losses. I also did buy some ink storage as well the same day, so that should tell you how, yeah, how much money I spent. It's too much, but it's fun. I know, Christy. I know. I couldn't help it. Christy has this one too. I don't know if she's taken it out of the box yet because of some, she had some flooding issues. So I think she still has hers in the box as well. Kim says she's jealous that I have the maker and that I got a second maker and she's still working to save up for one. I know. I shouldn't have spent the money for it. I really shouldn't. Should not have done so, but oh well. Contact me about selling the champagne maker. I might have a possible buyer already. My boss at work, I told him that I had bought this one, and he said he might be interested in that. So if he does not, Kim, I'll put you in line for it next. How about that? It's out of the box, but it's out of the box taunting me. Christy, it's time to get it used. But again, you've had stuff going on, so enough talk. Let's open this. So when Cricut came out with the Cricut Maker, I was so excited about it, and I kind of I waited for the HSN special to buy it because I knew I couldn't afford it right out of pocket. So I waited for the HSN so that way I could get the flex pay and all that kind of stuff. And I was hoping that they were going to come out with more colors immediately. But of course they didn't. They waited a year. They know how to do it. They know how to make money. They did it 1 year after the Maker came out. And then they put out the blue one, which of course is always my favorite color. Always enjoy the blue ones. So I'm so excited about this. So let's go ahead and get to opening up my brand new Maker. I'm so excited about this. Let's flip this around this way. so that it opens up the right way. You deserve it, Ian. You work hard. Thank you, Ines. I appreciate that. I try to work very hard. Yeah. And of course, my lights are not tall enough. I had to extend my tripod up today. That's why I'm actually standing up. It's because I had to get a better framing of for today. Let me see if I can do this without spilling it everywhere. I'm going to bend this back so that way I can fold it down. Ooh, stuff is going to fall. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so this is a little different than when I got my original maker. This box, if I remember correctly, when I bought this maker back here, was a black, like, it looked very premium kind of looking. But this one is a cardboard box, so that's a little different than what I remember it being. So let's get started. Begin at Cricut.com/setup. What's in here? Materials for your first project, which I've already done this project before, but of course I'm going to enjoy doing it again on the brand new one. I won't be doing the first project here on live, just because there's a million videos out there of this first project, which does include your card base, a accent panel for your card base, and a piece of material because you actually use the rotary blade whenever you make your first initial project. Pro tip, if you ever do this project, when you open up your maker, it actually has a very textured side, and then the other side is a smooth side. Always put your textured side down on your mat when you're doing this first project. It'll make it, it'll cut a lot easier. Not cut, but it draws your first project out. And that makes it a little nicer. So, pro tip, make sure that you're putting the textured side of the cardstock down. All right, let's put that off to the side. This is your welcome book, which has some beautiful pictures. Although this is interesting because it shows the champagne one. Doesn't show the blue one in here. I have projects ready to design in Design Space that really need to be made. Yes, you do need to check it out, Kim. Yeah, Kim, I think in a couple, like a year or two, they might come out with a purple one, but Cricut keeps coming out. They've even put out a new Cricut Air, not an Air 2, just an Air in a new color. This is one of their oldest machines, one of their older machines. And they just put it out in pistachio. So this is also inside the package where we have this is the rotary blade. So this is the rotary blade for your Cricut Maker. And inside here we also have, oh hey, this didn't come with my original one. This is the Rotary Blade Cap. I know it's hard to see because it's clear. Kathy, hi, welcome. That excites me that you're here. Thank you so much for stopping by on my very late started live video. This is actually, so this is a cap for the rotary blade, which did not come in the original package of the maker. So that's cool that they're starting to include that. Mine just is loose currently in mine. So it's good that they're including that now. You also have your USB cable, and this is which pin is this? This is the 0.4 black pen, which you need to make your first project. Blue is my favorite color, like my hair. Yes, I know. If I could do blue hair, I totally would. I don't think... Well, actually, at work, they just started allowing us to do colored hair. So, I don't know. Maybe one of these times you'll come on the live and see me with blue hair. I know, Kathy. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope your house is warmed up from yesterday. It sounded like it was super cold yesterday. All right. I also like that Cricut uses recyclable packaging material instead of the styrofoam. They used to go with styrofoam, and now it is recyclable materials instead, which is awesome. Da 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 da. All right. Put that there. Oh, so excited. Also in your Cricut Maker box, you also have two mats. You have your blue mat, which is your light grip, And you have your pink mat, which is for fabrics. Fabric only. So these, a lot of people, whenever they open up their Maker or any Cricut machine, these mats are included and they're bent. As you can see, these are like way bent, and they are not. I would highly recommend not going through the machine like this yet. I would go ahead and let them lay out, maybe put a heavy book on them and flatten them out. They won't take long to flatten. It just takes a couple hours from what I remember. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by chat. Kim, Christy, Kathy, lots of C's and K's. You are right, Christy. There are lots of C's and K's and k. You could try it with blue colored hairspray to see if you like it before actually dyeing it blue. That's a good tip. That is a very good tip. All right, let's take this bad boy out. Oh my gosh. I'm going to set it on the floor for the moment while I get the rest of this out. This is, of course, your power cords and all that kind of stuff. So that's at the bottom of the box. I'm going to set it over here. And, of course, your silica don't eat, throw away. Unless you work for a museum where they collect them. All right, let's put this box on the floor. And put this bad boy up here. Oh, guys, I'm so excited for this. Look how pretty it is. I love it. I love it already. This has gotten a little cattywampus. There we go. How's that look? Ah, it's blue. All right, let's open this up. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store. But that's just me. So it is a metallic blue. It's the pictures, sometimes online, the pictures make it look super dark blue, almost like a blueprint sketch kind of blue. Obviously, this is not. My camera also changes the color a little bit. It looks a little less blue on camera than it does in person. Always the hard thing about photography is you never know what color is going to show up, and especially because each one of you out there has a different colored temperature settings on your screens. So it's kind of hard to tell, but it is a very nice blue. Also, this Maker, you'll notice down here at the bottom, instead, oh, don't roll it over, instead of the dark navy or dark, whatever color you want to call it down here, this one's actually like almost off-white kind of color. So frisky, it is a metallic blue. It's very, very pretty. All right, let's open it up. Get that in there. Oh. Kathy says she was able to heat up her house again, it looks like. Awesome. I have been checking out Kathy on Instagram and watching her do all of her scrapbook adventures on her Instagram story. She's way more organized than I ever will be. Let's put it that way for sure. It's so pretty. I love it. Look at that. All right, here we go. Oh, and the automatic opening. I know my camera is a little weird because of the angle that I had to put this in. Star's watching. My daughter and I are watching. She loves doing projects. She says hi. Hi, Star's daughter. I think if that's the Star that I think it is, I think I work with that Star. Which I always like her name because it's Star. How much better of a name can you get? All right, so this one has blue accents on the inside, which I love. Also, your A and B slots are, the ones on the champagne are like a dark gray or darker color, and these are white. Not that that really matters, but I love the blue accents. And what's awesome is, if I can reach it, without dropping this, I also have my Cuttlebug, which actually these are two different colors blues. This one's, my Cuttlebug is a little bit lighter, but it still has the same, it's close enough. It's what I'm going to go for, so. Kathy, oh, you give me too much credit. Oh, Kathy, getting the Cricut is like so amazing. So amazing. Um, yeah. Don't forget, guys, you also have storage down here. I know my camera's a little weird. We have our magnetic place to put all of your blades. They fit right there, and then several places to put different things, such as your rotary tool. Where did I put it? Oh dear, I lost it. It's somewhere here. Well, you put your rotary blade in there. I would take it out of the package and put it in there because I'm going to keep that one and keep the one that's with this one and give it to the next owner, whoever that may be. I know, it's so gorgeous. Freaking love it. And I can't wait. Ah, it's so pretty. Why do things make us so happy? I don't know, but they do. My camera's not focusing. Come on. There we go. All right. So that's the blue Cricut Maker. There's also the rose, which is a pink. It has a kind of rose gold top to it, basically. That one's also another flavor of the Cricut Maker that you can get. So right now they have the champagne, which I have back there, the metallic blue, and then the rose, the rose gold kind of one. So it's so pretty. Me, the next owner. Hey, Ivy from Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, It's the cold medicine, guys. I am so sorry. Hi, I'm Ian. Nice to join you. Now go cut your scrappy squares. Yes, I can do that on here, which makes things easier. I have some material down here too. I have a whole drawer of materials that I can use. Like I have the robots. This is actually what I made the dust cover for that one. I have that. I have some TARDIS material. I have some Alexander Henry material ready to go. I have all sorts of different materials that I can use for doing some scrappy projects. Ian, what's the price of the machine? Good question, Kathy. I bought this when it was on sale. It was $349 if I remember correctly. And I have a 10% Cricut Access discount. So if you have Cricut Access, you can get a 10% discount on all orders. That does include machines, such as this one. And then, oh, you can see I'm wearing shorts again. Oh, darn. Gosh, got to pay attention to what y'all can and can't see. Oh, well. And then... right now, the machines are priced at $399.99 on the Cricut website. Again, you do get that 10% discount. And if you are up and up on their email list, you will know when their sales happen. A lot of times throughout the year, these machines will go on sale. So I highly expect this price to come back down again to that $349 price point. Yeah, so there's a blue bundle on HSN right now for $449.95, which has some materials that you can use to once you get your machine. I think it's a bundle, so I think it has some paper and maybe some vinyl with it. Don't quote me on that one, but I think it has several different things that you can use your new machine with. So it's not just like for me, I already had all of the stuff, so I just needed the machine, or wanted the machine, I should say. But for someone who's new to Cricut, I highly suggest checking out those bundles because they are going to save you some money, and you do get some supplies that you can immediately start working with. You don't have to wait to go get supplies or run to Michael's. Although it's never a bad thing to run to Michael's or Joann's. But usually, as soon as you open the box, you want to play with it. So I highly suggest the bundles as they are a great price point. Great price point. And you can use that flexible payments in order to pay it out. So that way you're not having to take the burden on all at once. You can do it out over the months. I think their bundles are, Kim, tell me if I'm wrong. I think that the bundles, if you do the full flex pays, are like $90 a month. I got mine for like $70 a month when the makers first came out, but I think they bumped that monthly payment up to like 90. So, does anybody have any questions about Cricut Maker? The Cricut Maker machines and how awesome they are. Unless Michael's is 2 hours away for, yeah, that's a good reason for you to do the bundle, because you don't have to run to Michael's, which is 2 hours away. That would be bad. Everybody having a good Saturday? Kim says $99 a month. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate that. I didn't have the chance to look this up before I came live. But yeah, that flex pay is not bad at all. No, $99 a month for, I think it's 4 or 5 months is not bad. Not bad at all. So helps break it up a little bit. Any questions about the Maker? What you can do? I did do these recently. These are, if you have Cricut Access, you can actually do these on Cricut Access. And these little things are where you stick the crayons. You can actually put little crayons in there for the recipient to color. So made my whole mess of them for my coworkers. Kathy, how does this compare to a Silhouette Cameo? Okay. So if you are a Silhouette Cameo user, I do not have a direct correlation to, let me put this on my, and I'm messing everything up. I don't have experience with the Silhouette Cameo. I don't know what it's like using the Cameo. I have used the Mint stamp maker, so I have a little bit of experience with the software that the Cameo has. Silhouettes have. I'm not a big fan of them from what I've seen on YouTube. There seems to be a lot of it's harder to use because you have to dial in on the blade for the Cameo the depth that you need. And with the Maker, it all sets in the software. As you're cutting, you don't have to worry about, setting your blade to the right depth and then forgetting that you set the blade to that specific depth. It's all in the software, so you can change it in the software without having to physically go to your blade, change it to the right setting, and put it back in. That's the very limited experience that I've had or know of with the Silhouettes. I prefer Cricut because that was the first one that I started in on, but I know that several people out there do use the Silhouette, and I'm not knocking them. I just prefer them, and I think the Cricuts are a little easier to use. If you have a Silhouette and you're happy with it, guys, don't yell at me. Don't write in the comments down below. How dare you? Personally, I prefer the Cricut. Some people prefer Mac. Some people prefer Windows. It's kind of one of those battles. Which one works best for you? And you got to possibly find out what does. Do a lot of Googling. Do a lot of YouTube searching. You can download Design Space for free, so you can kind of play with it and see how it works. I believe you can also do that with the Silhouette software. You can download it and use it for free. Try it out. See if you like it. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Everybody has their own preferences. What else do we have? Kathy says, I find my Cameo challenging at times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm seeing on YouTube is sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I know Melody Lane, she's a big Cricut person. She did buy a Silhouette Cameo, and it was harder for her to use. And their customer support, at least at the time that Melody put out her video, was not very good. It basically took you to an automated message, and I believe it hung up on her. Every time I've called Cricut support, and yes, I have had to call Cricut support. It does happen. But every single time I've talked to them, they have been very helpful, and they were able to resolve my issues, usually very quickly without much. I did have a file corrupt on me, and they helped me. They copied everything over to a new file and got that one started, and it seemed to work. And I just deleted the old one. It wasn't a big deal. So that's my 2 cents. Cameo 3 does that as well. Okay, good. This is new information for me because I have been so out of the loop on these things. So it's good to know that it does do that as well. Maker can cut everything from tissue paper to felt paper, fabric, thin wood. I do find more. Um, I do think that the Cricut can cut more. And especially because it has the rotary blade that actually picks up and turns, I think that does help it a lot. I don't think a Silhouette machine out there has come out with the same type of technology. Could be wrong, but I don't think they use the same technology. Same thing with the knife blade. It's the gear system. Let me see if I can show y'all without dropping this. Let me flip this back around. Overhead project cam. There we go. Close-up cam, perfect. So on the Cricut machines, we do have this gear system. If I take the blade out, this gear system right here is what actually engages the rotary blade and the knife blade, and that's what makes this machine more advanced. Is because you still use your regular cutting blade to do paper and stuff like that. But if you need to cut wood or some heavier materials, you can use the knife blade in there. Or if you're cutting fabric, you use the rotary blade. Tissue paper also is cut with the rotary blade, which is awesome because it has such a delicate touch that it does not tear it. You can't cut tissue paper with the type of blade that I currently have in here because it will tear it up. It's a dragging blade. Basically, it drags across the surface, and whenever it makes a turn, the blade inside of it makes that turn. When you're working with tissue paper, it actually ends up tearing that material. So, is it perfect? No. Is the Cricut machines perfect? No, by no means. Absolutely not. I'm going to answer that right now. And for those of you who think that I think these are infallible, you're wrong. They do make mistakes. I had a mistake last night. Yep, right here. In fact, I went to cut. I was doing making a card, and went to use the score, and I don't know what happened. I think the computer didn't know which direction the score wheel was facing, and it ended up just totally chewing up this piece of paper completely. I don't know what happened, but it happened. I stuck another piece of paper on, did the same thing. It worked just fine. So, is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it the best machine that I have found to use? Yes. What other blades do you have to purchase separately, and which does it come with? Good question. So, this machine does come with your standard blade. This is the blade that basically this is your most used blade whenever you're working with paper or stuff like that. This is the one that you're going to use most often. I've used this with acetate. This is kind of your go-to blade for most of the projects, and that's the best thing about the software is it tells you, the Cricut Design Space software tells you which blade to use and when. The other blade that's included in this package, and I had it and I don't know what I did with it, but the other one is the rotary blade. That's included when you purchase your Cricut Maker. If you purchase a Cricut Air 2 or Cricut Air, you will not receive a rotary blade or knife blade. Those are not to be used in any of the Cricut Air machines. None of those use it. None of them can because they don't have that gear system that allows it to spin and turn. So those are only for the Maker. So if you're wanting to use a rotary blade or the knife blade, you have to go with the Cricut Maker. I highly suggest you go with the Cricut Maker because it's better to go up and have some compatibility down rather than be stuck and then have to repurchase a new machine. So go with the Cricut Maker. I did put in the iCards way up here which Cricut is best for you, and I talk about which Cricut is best for you and why you should consider a Cricut Maker over a Cricut Air or Cricut Air 2. Those are just some of my suggestions. I have my Cricut Air 2 right there. I still use it. I do use it. I have three machines at the moment, but I use two machines from two different models. Sometimes it's just quicker to get this one going, but not necessarily. It's just whatever mood strikes my fancy that day, to be honest. So hope that helps. The knife blade is also a extra purchase. Do I have that? Let me grab it out from back here. I have the knife blade, the rotary blade, and the scoring blade. I have too many blades. Let's go up close again. So these are the three that this one, which is the rotary blade, does come in the Cricut Maker. So you don't need to buy that one. That one automatically comes in. But you will need, if you want to do the scoring, this is the scoring one. The scoring wheel just allows you to get a deeper score into your paper. I love using this one a lot because it does give you that really nice score line in your papers. And then this one is the knife blade, which I'm going to try and show you. There we go. There. So that's the knife blade. It's kind of like basically having an X-Acto knife on your machine is basically what it is. Can get much deeper. So this one's the one that you use for cutting your chipboard and heavier materials, if that makes sense. So hope that kind of helps give you an idea of what goes where. Bye, Kim. See you later. This one is going to go back in the old machine. And there are also other things available as well, like these two. So the one here, oops, let me get close. There we go. So this one right here, the black one, that is your deep cut. This one works in your air machines and in the Maker. And then you also have this pink one. This pink one, it doesn't come across as pink very well, but it is a pink one. It can be used in all machines, and it is, you use it for fabric, but only because of you can use it on paper, you can use it on vinyl. The only reason it's pink is to give you a different definition, because you wouldn't use your fabric scissors on paper. That dulls it a lot more quickly, so that's why it's a different color, is just to signify that that it's you don't want to use this one if you're using this one specifically for fabric or whatever. That's basically all it is. It's just saying, hey, don't use me on fabric. Or you don't use me for paper because I belong to fabric, or however you want to do it. It's the same exact blade and tip and everything like that. I hope that makes sense. Basically, it can be used for anything, but if you specifically want to designate it for fabric or vinyl or something like that, you can. So, helpful tips and useful information for us Cricut owners or wannabe Cricut owners. Take care. Take care, you. Chicken noodle soup night for you and for that cold, yeah. And blue creative fun. Yes, I know. It's so exciting. So, anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here because I think we've gotten pretty far. I think we've pretty much covered everything. That was a little bit of unboxing and all that kind of stuff for my machine. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification icon so that way you get updated every time I post a new video or go live here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and remember, normal is just us setting on the dryer. Don't forget, you can always add more questions down in the comments if you have them. All right, guys, see you real soon.